purpose of today's video is going to be, we're going to break down the differences between chop saws. So here we have a mixed gas powered chop saw, which is the 2-stroke 50-to-1 mixed chop saw. And over here we have the 4-stroke gas engine chop saw. So this chop saw is like a Briggs & Stratton engine. It's separate. The gas and the oil are separate compartments. So the first thing is, like I said, is with the gas, with the mix. So when you're in the field, you would have to mix the 2-stroke engine oil. So you'd have to get 50-to-1 engine oil, put it into your gas can, make sure you get the mix perfect, and then put it into this saw. Now they now make a product where the fuel is mixed for you. So this is called True Fuel. This is one of the products that they sell at my local Home Depot. I don't know if this is the only brand that makes it. Maybe other people make it. I really don't know. But this is what they gave me because I had issues with burning out the cylinders of these saws. They said I wasn't mixing the gas properly. I don't believe that's true, but that's what they tell me. I just believe the cylinders burn out over time. We do use this saw a lot for cutting steel, and I've got years of worry-free service out of this saw. So again, I don't buy it, but okay. So this is a product, True Fuel, that the mixture is done for you. It's done perfectly. The drawback to this is it's very expensive to buy, and it goes by quick. It only will give you 3/4 of a tank of fuel for this saw. They told me it's a full tank, but they're mistaken. 32 ounces is not going to be a full tank of fuel for this saw. So you're going to go through a lot of these cans, especially if you use the saw regularly, if you use it to cut concrete, and you're really going to go through it. So this is expensive. This could get very costly, but to put a cylinder in this saw is $350. So this saw is a lot louder, and it's a lot lighter. It's a lighter weight saw. So when picking it up and holding it at different angles, this saw is a lot quieter than this one. This one will make you deaf. This one you could actually survive a little bit with the ear protection. This saw goes, it's a lot heavier to handle. So if you're holding it above your head, if you're holding it sideways, it's going to get really tiring quickly. It's a lot heavier of a saw. So that's one of the drawbacks of this saw. But as far as power goes, I would say they're pretty similar. Now, I haven't cut much concrete with this saw. I've cut more concrete with this saw, but as far as when we cut steel, I would have to say they're relatively even. I would say a very, very slight advantage goes to this saw, but again, very, very slight. I decided to purchase this saw just for the simplicity of the gas and the oil are separate. I take a can, premium gas, put it right in there, and I'm done. I don't have to worry about having different cans in my truck. I used to have to carry premium gas for the generator or for other tools that were just gas, and I'd have to carry a separate can for this saw in particular. So I always was a little nervous that we would make a mistake and mix the two gases up. You know, with crews, sometimes that happens. It did not ever happen to us, thankfully, yet. But that's something that you should be wary of. So it basically means you could take a 5-gallon can of gas, bring it anywhere, then you set generator, blowers, saws, whatever you may need. Premium gas, one size fits all. To me, simplicity is the key. That's why I like this saw. And since I haven't noticed a real drawback in power with this saw as opposed to this one, I have no issues using that saw on a daily basis. So I was phasing this saw out. It's now a backup. I don't really bring it out to the job sites anymore. Just, you know, and the other reason is that these cans of True Fuel are just so expensive. Now, as opposed to the brands of chop saws, I've pretty much owned every brand, owned or rented. Every brand of chop saw that they make. I've had a Hilti, Husqvarna. I had a partner, which I believe Husqvarna bought, Husqvarna, whatever their name is. And there were a couple other names out there I've had. But to be honest with you, I get a lot of mileage out of these Makitas for $800. I think this saw was $700-800. I used to have 2 of these saws, one of them completely burnt out. But I had these saws, I mean, this saw alone I think is about 5 years old. And it's still going. Like I said, I put a cylinder in it. For $350, the thing is still going strong. So this saw is about, I bought this at the Home Depot rental lot. I think this saw is about a year old, and you know, it kicks pretty good. Another thing I like about this gas saw, as opposed to this saw, being that we're in cold temperatures, is this saw starts a lot easier than this saw. You could be pulling on this saw to start for, forget it, how long. This saw, a couple of pulls, it'll fire right up. Even on the absolute coldest of days, this saw fires up. Well, this saw, you still got to keep pulling and pulling and pulling till you basically pull your shoulder right out of its socket. As far as, like I said, the Makita brand, I get a lot of mileage out of these saws. I didn't have any luck with Husqvarna, no luck with Partner. They burned out on me pretty quick. I tried a Hilti saw, it just had no power. I rented a Hilti one time to cut expansion joints in the driveway. The thing was just terrible. It was very, very heavy, bulky, and it just didn't want to cut anything. And I had a brand new diamond blade on it, so there was absolutely no reason for that to happen. These Makitas, they go right through the cement. When you got to cut in your expansion joints, when you want to cut lines for your expansion joints in the cement, these Makitas, they cut right through it. There's no issue with it. So the Hilti, like I said, I don't know why, just no power. Okay, so it's about 60 degrees outside right now and sunny. This is the mixed chop saw. So let's see how it starts. Snap the key inside. See? So that's one way to get a